Fighters, what's up? Hey, listen, today I want to talk to you a little bit about how to be successful if you are starting your home improvement business as a side hustle. I know a lot of people do that, especially a lot of firefighters and things like that. They'll start a side hustle on their days off and make some money, try to build a business. In fact, we've had several people in our Battleground program who joined while they were starting their side hustle because they wanted to get it right. They didn't want it to burn their asses out and cause a bunch more chaos and stuff in their life. So I'm going to share that. I'm also going to share a little bit because I'm personally doing this right now. For those that don't know, about a month and a half ago, start of July of 2024, I decided to start a side hustle painting business here in Colorado Springs called Simplify Painting. We're off to a great start in our first month. Our first 40 days or so, we sold about 22 projects, generated about 80 leads that have come in. We're doing really well. We're averaging about a 60% gross profit on our work. And guys, I'm doing it for a couple reasons, and I won't go into all those here for time's sake, but one of the reasons is I want to show you that when you implement the things that we teach in the Contractor Fight, this shit works. So today I am going to share with you, I got 8 or 9 things here that just are on the top of my head here that I've been jotting down, how to be successful when you start a side hustle. The first thing that I want to say before I get into some of these things is you are in a very unique position. 99 out of 100 of you that are starting a contracting business as a side hustle, you don't need the income to fucking eat. This gives you an advantage. So in the Contractor Fight, I run the Contractor Fight, very successful coaching business in the home improvement industry. Obviously, you know that because you're watching the channel. Put on events and group coaching programs. We've got several team members scattered around the country. I've got a CEO that runs the business. My income comes from the Contractor Fight. So I don't need it to eat as I'm building Simplify Painting. So I'm in a unique situation, very much like some of you that might have a day job and then nights and weekends you're gonna do something, right? This is a unique advantage that a lot of your competitors don't have. And you are set up in a way right now to start this thing and build it right from day one. I'm spending about 10 hours a week on Simplify Painting. And I'm not picking up the tools, I'm not doing any of that. I'm building the team, I'm investing in marketing, I'm taking every dollar that comes in. You know, we got 60% gross profit on a $10,000 job. That $6,000 that's left over, my bookkeeper Gina, she's cutting apart about a third of that, putting into our own line of credit that we're building for our own company. So in our first month, we banked about $6,000. We just put $6,000 away. This month, we're going to put another $6,000 or $7,000 in there. And then the rest of it, every dollar, goes to building the brand, marketing. And that's why so many contractors struggle is you guys are not investing enough in marketing from day one. Let me also say this. I'll get to the fucking point here, but give me a minute. Also want to say, as of the time of this recording, it's an election year, inflation fucking blows donkey nuts. You know, everyone's talking about recession, which they have been for the last 4 years. What happened in the last 3.5, 4 years? But anyway, my point here is you must be on the attack. A lot of you guys, you're going, I don't have any work, and then we start digging in. How are you spending your time? How are you spending your money and your profits? Come to realize you're not doing shit. You're waiting like a little baby bird going, give me a lead. Universe, give me a lead. You don't invest in your marketing. I mean, I wrap my truck, and by the way, I'm not taking any of my money from the fight to build this business. It is a 100% funded by Simplify Painting thing that I'm doing here. Drop $4,000 on a vehicle wrap. We're spending a lot, like I said, a shit ton of money, and the reason I can do this is because I'm charging the right prices, and I'm picky about who I work with. If I have an opportunity for a project, if it's not a hell yes, meaning fuck yeah, let's go do this job, I'm excited, we're going to make great money, serve this client in a great way, and have a great partnership with this client for many years to come with lifetime value, then I say no to the job. I don't do it. I'm not going to put myself and my team in a situation where we're working for scraps. The business should serve you. All right, so let me shut up with my intro. That was a long fucking intro brought to you by the Contractor Fight. So anyway, number one, guys, if you're going to start a side hustle and be successful, you have got to get your head right. Big surprise. We talk about mindset here all the time, but listen, you got to commit or quit. Like, don't half-ass this stuff. Many years ago, in fact, when I moved to Colorado in 2015, I started Simplify Painting for the exact reasons that I'm starting it today. The problem was I had a lot of things going on in my life, a lot of things that we were doing in the fight that required my attention, and I was divided. I couldn't be all in with the time that I committed to it. And so I actually shut it down, put a pause on it, and I knew I would open it up again someday. So guys, if you're not all in, don't even start. If you can't fully commit, don't even start. This isn't a fucking hobby. It's a business, and this shit matters. So decide right now if you're all in or all out. Number 2, do your homework. Know your market. And I'm going to be sharing a lot more of this on the channel here when we get some results coming in and give you some data, but I'm really dialed in on who my ideal client is. I find that I have the most success when I sell to people that are like me, meaning I'm in my mid-50s, I make a lot of money, I can write a check for painting and home improvement and things like that, and I don't feel it. It's not a big deal. I'm not interested in getting a shit ton of bids. So guess what I'm doing? I'm putting the crosshairs of my marketing sniper rifle on those types of people, and I'm speaking to them. And what's interesting is when you sell to your peers like that, you're not a less than thing. And I did this somebody asked me the other day, what's different this time than when you started your first painting business like 20-something years ago? I was a broke motherfucker then, and I'm talking to people with money, and I felt like I wasn't an equal. So even if you're not an equal financially to somebody, get your head right in the sense you deserve to build a great future for your family. You deserve to make money. You put your pants on just like they fucking put their pants on. And so sell unafraid. Have that confidence that you deserve to get paid for the value that you bring. So what problems are you solving for your ideal clients? When you're doing this as a side hustle, like I said, you could be way more selective about who you work for. You could really get focused on the niche and really be known for something. If you're a painting contractor and you're like, fuck exteriors, I don't want to do exteriors. I hate dealing with Mother Nature. You know what? Interiors are tough because, the big spaces and stuff. So maybe you're going to specialize in cabinet painting, and you could go all in on cabinet painting. If you're doing water features or landscapes or whatever, dial in, spend some time understanding where there is a void in the market. One of the big voids I've seen here in Colorado Springs is most painting contractors, and I'm getting this feedback from my clients, by the way. Why you hire us? Why us? Why us? 2 things. Number 1, my fucking enthusiasm is off the charts. And I'm going to talk more about that on this channel, about enthusiasm and energy and being at the right frequency in your sales process. A lot of you fuckers are showing up like a wet rag on a hot day, and it's all like sticky and gross and hot and steamy. I just described something else, didn't I? But anyway, you're showing up like you're already defeated. This is exciting. People get to do shit to their home or their businesses. They get to change the color, put walls in, put a new kitchen in, whatever. Get in there with some fucking enthusiasm. That's the number 1 thing. Number 2, there's a massive void in the market here. There's no highly visible painting companies. Yeah, there's the big franchises that are here. There's a couple companies that I know the owners have been around business for decades here, and they're great companies, great guys. I like them, all this other stuff, but none of them are stepping on the building the brand gas pedal. And then the third thing, most painters, they fucking suck at communicating. I'm looking for these opportunities, these holes in the market to elevate, and in turn, we're winning. And we're winning very quickly. So do your homework. Also, part of your homework, check the legal boxes, get incorporated, LLCs, all that shit, open a bank account, get your insurance, do shit right. It takes 2 seconds to burn everything you're building to the ground if you're not protected. All right, number 3, plan for success. Budget wisely. You have an opportunity right now, like I said, that you can choose not to take an income from this business, or maybe you take, a tenth of what you would normally take because you have your gig. God, bleh, yeah. You know who that is? You don't know who that is? Oh my God. No, it's fucking Porky Pig, man. Jeez, Popeye. Give me a break. How old are you, 12? You haven't even watched Porky Pig. Guys, cash flow is king. Make sure when you're starting, you have money in the bank. Build your own war chest from day one. That way you can market, you can build your brand, you can invest in training, you can invest in yourself, your mindset, your skills. I've done this in the past. I blew all my money trying to eat, never had anything to level up my skills, invest in marketing. You guys know the routine. Some of you were there. When you're starting this as a side hustle, you have a unique opportunity. Don't blow your budget. Don't blow your money on a bunch of fucking tools that you don't need right now. Rent it instead of buying it. Don't sack up with a bunch of payments and stuff like that. Build an intentional brand. Obviously, if you've ever watched this channel before, I talk a lot about building your brand. You have an opportunity, even if it's a side hustle, to truly build a brand that is elevated above the others in your area. One that stands out. Invest in a professional company like Contractor Growth Network. Hit the link right here. Contractor Growth Network. Talk to Logan and his team. They built my site. They've done a phenomenal job. It's on brand. It's called Simplify. It's a very simple website. Easy to navigate. Everything we do is simple. It's not crazy. Hire a pro to do this stuff and plan for what you really want to be when you grow up as a company. Also, planning for success includes planning your time wisely. You've got limited time when it is a side hustle, so don't waste your time running around to people that are never going to be your client. Grab our Shinfu sales training course, teach you how to pre-qualify properly so you're not doing that. Plan your weeks in advance, your days in advance. Put some space between jobs in case shit happens. Give yourself a buffer for some stuff. Also, invest in finding who can be your right-hand person, whether it's in the office, in the field, whatever it might be. Plan for success and then execute the damn plan. Number 4, master your craft. This is quality over quantity right now. Again, I've said this 7 times already probably. You are in a unique situation to really be able to do things in a unique way in your business because you don't have the pressure of eating from this company. So every project is an opportunity to build your reputation and the way you communicate, the way you serve, the energy you bring, the quality of work. Go above and beyond for that, even if it costs you money. Guys, I'm literally before this video today, we have a job that we're doing next week. I made a mistake on the bid. I underbid it by about $500. But you know what? My team's gonna go in there, they're gonna knock it out of the park. I'm actually giving them more time because I screwed up the bid. I missed something. And I don't go back to the client and go, oh, I missed this, I'm charging you more. I take it on the chin. I've sold thousands of paint projects in my career, and every now and then I have a bad day. And when I have those bad days, I don't take shortcuts. In fact, I gave the team more hours, and instead of the 65% that we're averaging on gross profit right now, I'm only gonna walk away with about a 35% when all said and done. And I will gladly do that because I'm mastering the craft, I'm building our reputation. Every job is an opportunity to do that. Mastering your craft also means investing in yourself with continuous learning, whether it's things in your trade, certain application techniques, or ways to do stuff in your particular trade. It's investing in your sales skills, your marketing, your brand, your own personal development, your mindset. Take the time to master the craft. That's what it means to master your craft, is you're elevating everything it takes to run the business. Next one, whatever number we're on here. Sales. Close the damn deal. I think this is number 5. Close the deal. Again, you can sell unafraid right now. You can sell like you're independently wealthy and you're not desperate because this is a side hustle. Show up, know your worth, and charge accordingly. I just said I'm averaging a 60% plus till this last job I just fucked up. But we'll fix that. I already made the change. But anyway, don't undercut yourself just because you're new. If you're delivering amazing value, why would you undercut your prices? I just want to get in there and get the job. No, because then you're starting from a place of, I don't want you to come out of the gate and have a reputation of being cheap. If you're winning jobs because you're the low bid as a side hustle, that's a problem. So make sure that you are selling unafraid. Follow up like a crazy man. Follow up is, if we have a lead come through from our Facebook ads that I'm running, here's Mary Smith, call her right away, and I get her voicemail. I have a follow-up process that I'm like a dog with a bone going after this. I'm not going to allow that person to not talk to me. Hopefully that makes sense. A lot of you guys have leads come in, you try to call them once. I'm not even talking about following up on the back end of your proposals. I'm just talking about initially. Followed up again with a lady last night, and now we have a phone call set for later today, and if all goes well with our Shinfu process, we'll do a site visit next week, Monday or Tuesday, and then I will sell the job. And the reason it's happening is because she filled out a thing a couple weeks ago on a Facebook ad, and I've sent probably half a dozen messages. I've called, emailed, and texted relentlessly, and I promise you, that's why she reached out again last night, scheduled a call for today, and we're going to move forward with this thing if all the stars align and we're a good fit. Number 6, deliver like a pro. Got an airplane, right? You got the sales and marketing wing. You got the operations wing. We make all these promises over here about how great the experiences be. Our guys are clean. We do this, we do that. Well, then you got to fulfill that shit. Personally, I don't talk a lot of shit in the sales process. I don't make a lot of promises. I prefer to show people. I prefer to wow them with the service that we offer. We just had a project that we finished at a 64% gross profit. It was a $13,000 job. It was an exterior. It was an old house. The previous paint job, they had paint all over the windows. And you know what my guys did? It was a different color than the paint we were using, obviously. They went through and I said, hey, let's scrape all that paint off. They took their little razor blades. They spent a couple hours going around the whole house. We call that a +1. How can you do a +1 for your clients. Deliver like a pro. Under promise, over deliver. Set realistic expectations, but then always try to go that extra little couple percent for people. Another example of this is we have a job that we're finishing today, another exterior. They're a young family. They have a newborn baby that's about 4 weeks old. In conversation, I figured out their name, the baby's name, little girl, blah, blah, blah. And you know what I'm doing? I'm going to ask my wife, the queen, because she's a beast at this stuff. She's one of the best gift givers in the world. I'm having her make a gift basket because this is their first baby. They're a young couple in their 30s, bought this house. They're transforming their house, the yard, all this other stuff. I'm like, how can we add a little more joy to them and deliver like a true pro? See, this has nothing to do with the actual work. The work we're doing is great. They're happy with it. They're walking around, did a walkthrough this morning with them. We're like, this is great. I'm going to wow them because the queen is going to put together some sort of gift basket that is, what's the word I'm looking for? Appropriate for a newborn baby. I ain't doing that job because I'll buy him like a fucking 12-pack of Clase Azul tequila or something. God, I wish that came in 12 packs. Delivering like a pro also means that you handle issues head on. Problems will arise. I have the same problems in this business that you have in your business. Maybe I have a few less because I'm ahead of the curve and I set expectations and stuff, and I've been through this many times before, so I kind of know what to look out for. I know, when my spidey sense is tingling, I like pay attention to that shit. But when you handle issues head on and you don't run away from them, you're less stressed. You're just dealing with it. We had a guy, we're refinishing a fiberglass front door right now. He got on our schedule over a month and a half ago. One of my guys had a medical issue and their schedule's really busy, the customer. We had these dates early August planned. I picked up the phone and I'm like, hey, one of my guys is having a medical issue. He's the guy that has to do your door. And the guy was disappointed. It was an inconvenience for them. But I ran into the punch and I had the difficult conversation. I picked it up and I said, hey, John, I got to have a tough conversation with you and I hope you don't hang up on me. And he chuckled a little. He says, why would I hang up on you? And I said, well, I need to move the dates. And you can hear the disappointment in his voice. But guys, I'm not going to take somebody and put him on a project that's not right for the project. And if that means they're going to be pissed at me, that's okay. But I'm at least going to deal with it. I'm not going to hide from it. I'm going to deliver like a pro and communicate with people. We had another issue this morning. We had to do something this morning. Guys, this is your life, isn't it? You had a plan for the day and you're going to be somewhere at a certain time. And my crew leader had to call and he's like, hey, ran into this issue, blah, blah. I said, okay, we'll call so-and-so and let them know. Make sure you call him. He's like, I already did. We're good. So communicate. Shit happens. And this is what I was saying earlier about how the gap in the market here is shitty communication from painting contractors, not knowing what's going on. Keep your clients in the loop. Next one, review and adjust. Review and adjust. Track your progress. How many jobs are you booking? How many leads are coming in? What's your gross profit? What's your CAC? Your cost to acquire a customer. Know these things. I know these things. I literally track these things. I take some time every day, probably about 10 minutes a day, and I review the day. What leads came in? What jobs did we finish? I do my little job costing. And when you're on top of this stuff, it doesn't pile up and become something that's overwhelming. Take 10 to 15 minutes a day, review, and make sure that you're adjusting your strategies based on what's working and what's not working. My eyes have been opened up to a few things. I've been out of this game for about 12 years, and I'm back in it now, and there's some things that I had forgotten. I forgot how long it took to do certain things. And so I'm making adjustments in our software every project that we do. We're having a conversation, we're doing a debrief, we're job costing the thing. I'm really attacking scaling in a smart way, meaning I'm going to invest more time and money in the things that are going to move us forward and that are going to serve us, not the things that are going to stress us out. Remember, this is a side hustle. Don't bite off more than you can chew. Build it right and good shit will happen later on. Grow at a pace that allows you to maintain quality, maintain control and order and not chaos. Mind your health and your relationships. You're working a full-time job. You got a side hustle going on. It's easy to burn out when you're juggling all these things. That's why I've really hit it hard today with making sure that you're growing in a controlled manner that serves you, that serves your family. The last thing you want to do is let the side hustle take over your life. So you have the opportunity to say no to jobs. Like I said earlier, if it's not a hell yes, then it's a no. If you're not fired up to do the job. If it's a 3-day job, put 5 on the schedule to give yourself some bandwidth. And what we're doing is I'm putting these buffers in there. I got a couple crews out working now, and I'm putting buffers 2 to 3 days after every job, because I know sometimes they add work like this job did yesterday, so it's another half a day, and now I'm not calling to apologize. Now when I call clients to move the schedule, with the exception of John earlier, now I'm just calling people to move them up in the schedule instead of moving them back. I'm protecting my mental health, I'm protecting my relationships. You gotta remember why you're doing this. You got a big vision, you got a big dream, but don't let your side hustle jack up your life. Keep your priorities straight. And the last one here, stay hungry. Stay hungry. Never settle. Keep pushing for more. The minute that you get satisfied with your accomplishments, that's the minute that mediocrity and failure start to creep in. You get comfortable, you start losing ground. Stay hungry, stay driven, keep fighting, keep striving to get better. An example of this, stay hungry to increase the experience that you give your clients. How can we level it up? It's not always about number of jobs and top line revenue and how many trucks you have on the road. Those things will come, but build that strong foundation, and you do that by staying hungry. And then the cool thing is this: the right clients are attracted to you, the right workers, employees, subcontractor teams, however your model is, the right ones will come to you, and you can build and keep stacking those bricks from a place of strength instead of a place of chaos and disorder. Get out there, kick some ass, build something that you're proud of, build something that serves you. Your side hustle today could be the start of the empire that you really want to build in your company. I appreciate you here taking some time to hang out with me. Give us a rating, give us a review, share this with another contractor, implement the shit that we're talking about, and head to thecontractorfight.com to learn more about how we can help you do that with our programs and events. You guys rock. I got to roll. I'm out.